Alright, welcome back to part 2 of Pornstars Truth or Drink. I'm back here to react to this video again. To finish it off, if you missed my last one, I will link it down in the description as well as put one of those thingies up there, up top, wherever it goes, and you can check that out. And then come back to this video and watch it, and then share it to your friends that are cool and would like watching these videos. Which, if they're cool, they will like watching these videos, so. Anyway, last time we ended on a pretty good note where, psychological stimulation made a win. Where basically the female porn star made the claim that although things that she is doing during the porn shoots would normally help her reach orgasm or give her an orgasm in other situations, in that particular situation it doesn't, which is just basically proof that you need to be mentally stimulated, you need to be in the right environment and headspace in order to reach orgasm or have better sex. So there you go. So we're gonna finish this video off, see if there's anything else we can gain from it, anything we can learn, if we can laugh about it, and whatever, and maybe I might even answer some of these too. And I don't drink, so that means I'm probably gonna have to answer all of them.
Have you ever fallen in love with a co-star?
Have you ever fallen in love with a co-star? I've never been in porn, but I've watched my fair share of porn, and I would just say that, can you fall in love with your hand? Because if so, then my hand and I had a pretty good thing going for a lot of my formidable years.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Does it make it hard to keep working when you fall in love with somebody?
I don't believe that if I'm giving other people love, that it diminishes the love that I give to my partner.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down and analyze this one for you guys. So he is saying that if he is in love, which he has been with a co-star, then if he does other porn, then the love that he gives to them, he can do that. He can give love to both people. And so this, I think, first of all, assumes that sex is a loving act, and he's basically admitting to it, because if sex were just a physical thing and it was just a job, then he wouldn't have framed it that way, that, he can give love to his partner and then he can also give love to the people that he's filming with. And so I think that might be kind of a maybe Freudian slip on his part, where he's kind of admitting that there is going to be that love component of sex, there's going to be that connection that is built. And so that is basically what I argue all the time, that you can't just separate sex from that love, that bonding, that connection that it builds. Sex will automatically build these things, and you can't just easily get rid of that. So what he's kind of doing is saying that he has enough love to go around, basically. And this is treading on some territory that maybe I didn't want to get into in this video. The thought of being polyamorous and spreading your love to a bunch of different people. Do I think it's possible? I think for a very rare, specific kind of person it may be. I have never seen it in real life work out. There have been too many issues with jealousy and other things like that. And you have to think about why jealousy exists in these relationships. Is that social conditioning or is that biology? And I would lean toward the fact that it is biology, because I have known a couple people that have tried to do these polyamorous relationships where they're dating multiple people, and it doesn't go well. And as much as they want to get rid of that jealousy and just let it go and be okay with their partner sleeping with other people, they just can't, and it just eats away at them over time, and it just doesn't work out for them, and they can't do it, they can't sustain it. So I think there may be people that can sustain that without jealousy, but I think for most people it's pretty innate that you're not going to want your sexual partner to go around with other sexual partners. You're going to feel some sort of jealousy. You're going to be thinking in the back of your mind, basically at all times, like, do they like this person more than me? Is the sex better over there? What does this mean if they're having sex with this person and not me at that point? And, that's how it is. I think also I've seen many times where only one person in the relationship wants to be polyamorous and go out and bang other people, and the other one's like, okay, you can do it, I don't know if I like it, but I don't want to lose you completely, so I'll let you go out there and do it. And then, of course, that won't work out because then one partner it's just a lopsided relationship, and one partner is doing whatever they want, and the other one is feeling badly about the other one doing whatever they want. So I think it's interesting that he frames sex in a loving way. He can give his love to other people. If he's one of those people that just experiences no jealousy and can do that, then fine, but then he's got to meet another extremely rare person that can also do that if they're going to be in a relationship together that is open and free to sleep around. Do I think you guys should do it? I think no, you can have multiple sexual partners at the same time, but it's not going to be as good of sex than if you were to just settle down with one person and really work on that relationship and get to know each other on a deeper level. That's going to be where the best sex is. If you want to experience different things maybe and try it, then go for it, but I think it's better as like a friends with benefits type situation than trying to have like an open relationship where there's that romantic component. I think if you take that romantic component out, you can try it. The sex won't be as good, but then you can get it out of your system and move on to bigger and better things.
That's a perspective I've learned by doing this, in this industry. A lot of people get very possessive is the right word.
Our culture, our cultural ideas about love are possessive.
Yeah.
And it all stems from ownership of property.
Okay, interesting perspective. I would have to disagree and say that we become possessive in relationships for biological reasons because it is so hard and it takes so long for kids to grow up and mature that it's better if the kid has a mother and father that can work together and raise a child together like that. Because if you look at other species where their sexual habits are different, maybe they're not monogamous, their child rearing is a little bit different, and maybe they grow up more accelerated than humans do, and so there's no need for kind of couple bonding and pairing and monogamy because there's not that much effort that needs to go into actually raising the child. And you see that pattern throughout biology where the harder it is and the longer it takes for a kid to basically mature enough to be on their own, the more monogamous those animals tend to be. So there are exceptions, obviously, because life isn't perfect, biology is variable, and there's a lot of argument in humans and whether humans are meant to be monogamous or if they're meant to be sleeping around and doing whatever they want. And I know there have been cultures that sleep around and the kids are raised kind of as a village as a whole. That's really rare. Anyway, I digress. I just don't think the idea of pair bonding and monogamy comes from property ownership, and if it does, I think that's something that's inherent in our biology. We've kind of grown up that way, evolved that way, rather than because of the way society has taught us to be through capitalism. So leave politics out of the bedroom and your sex life will improve is basically the point I'm trying to make here. Now, if you're in a relationship with someone, does that mean you own them? I don't think so, and I don't think a lot of people even think that way.
All right, next question.
I want another shot.
You want another shot?
Yes.
Also, I think the way this guy was looking at her when that question was asked, if he has ever fallen in love with a co-star, I think it's plainly obvious that this is the co-star that he has fallen in love with, if not another one in the past, but he definitely loves this girl. I mean, the way he looks at her, so.
Why did you sleep with me?
Why? Because you're hot. What else is there? I'm kidding.
What else is there? No, I'm just a bag of air over here.
If you're sleeping with people just because they're hot, then you're probably doing something wrong because you really should like the person you're sleeping with and you should feel comfortable, at least have some sort of rapport going into the sexual experience. Otherwise, you're just basically partner masturbating because you're never going to be able to reach that level of immersion and connectedness to your partner with someone that you don't care about or maybe don't even like, other than the fact that they're physically attractive to you. If you want to have sex that way and those are your metrics, those are your standards, then fine. But if you want to have better sex, then do it with someone that is physically attracted to you, but that you also get along with and you like spending time with and you feel more comfortable with. Because that's going to let you open up more, it's going to let your partner open up more, and experience more pleasure because of it.
I think because we're both very romantic people.
That was the first thing that made me really attracted to you, was just hearing you articulate things like really deep. Then the second thing that made me super attracted to you was when you played guitar and sang for me.
Oh my.
That was when I was like, oh, this is a double whammy, right?
Yep, and if you can connect with people on a deeper level like that and you actually really like who they are as a person, you are going to be more immersed in that sexual experience because you're going to want it more, it's going to mean more to you, it's going to mean more to them, and the sex will be better. That is what I always say, sex with strangers, if you don't know anything about them, it can only go so far because you're not going to be fully comfortable with them, you're not going to be able to fully express yourself and be able to kind of have that strong connection that will enhance the psychological state and the psychological stimulation and then enhance the quality of the sex because it's more passionate. If you're just banging someone that's physically hot and you don't really like them, how is it going to be passionate? It's only going to take you so far. So yeah, if you want better sex, then do it with someone you feel comfortable with. And that will also take time. You can't expect to have the best sex of your relationship the very first time you do it, because you have opportunities down the road to connect more with that person, as well as talk more with that person, communicate more with that person, get to know them, and they can get to know you, and then you can be really passionate because you know exactly what they want, they know exactly what you want, and then you're kind of on the same wavelength, and then the sex is amazing, trust me.
I couldn't contain myself anymore. And then we slept together that night after you played the guitar for me. Yeah.
That was fun. That was cute.
Yeah.
Cute little romantic.
Super romantic.
I mean, are they gonna do it right now again? I feel like this cut set is gonna turn into a porno right now. The way these two look at each other, dang. You want some relationship advice? Find someone that looks at you like they look at each other, and there you go. If you need a sign that someone likes you, perhaps if they look at you like this, then they like you.
Why don't you just ask each other out? Just be like this. You want to go on a date with me?
You want to go on a date with me?
I would love to go on a date with you.
Okay.
How was this, guys?
It was fun.
So, there you go. Truth or Drink created a love connection between two porn stars that were already roommates and already kind of a couple, but you know, good for them. They found love in an unlikely place, an unlikely situation. I think the lesson that we can learn from this video, this half of the video, because the last one was all about psychological stimulation, I think the lesson that we can take away from this is that if you want to connect with someone and fall in love with someone, then you have to be willing to be open and communicate. And this video is basically all about communication. They're talking about things that might sound awkward or you might think are awkward or uncomfortable and you might not want to talk about right away. But if you are open and at least somewhat vulnerable with someone, then you have the potential to actually connect with someone, meet someone, and fall in love, and that's awesome. So don't be afraid to connect with people on a deeper level, open up more, be more vulnerable, be true to yourself, be genuine, and then you'll find a true connection and you'll find someone that looks at you like these two look at each other, and you may even sleep with them, you know, so that'd be cool too. And then you can blow their mind with psychological stimulation. Alright, so that wraps up part number 2 of this series, Pornstars, Truth or Drink. Maybe I'll do another one of these. I think they have more on their channel. Anyway, hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed my reaction, my inputs. Hope it didn't turn too many people off with my strong opinions on these things. I guess they weren't that strong because you know, life is weird, you know, and we can't really say anything is definite, especially in love. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.